So good morning dear cadets. So yesterday I completed asexual reproduction. Today it is the turn to teach you sexual reproduction. So what is the characteristics of sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction is the reproduction in which sexual parts of the flowers involved in the reproduction. Okay. So flower is the sexual part of plants. As far as the flower is concerned, it has got 4 parts. What are those 4 parts? The parts of flowers are sepals, petals, stamen and pistil. Okay, these flowers are having 4 parts: sepals, petals, stamen and pistil. Sepals and petals are non-productive parts. What are they? They are non-productive parts. Okay, non-reproductive parts. What about this one? Stamen and pistil. Stamen is the male reproductive part. What about pistil? Pistil is female reproductive part. Stamen has got 2 parts. How many parts? 2 parts: anther and filament. Anther and filament, these are the 2 parts of stamen. Pistil has got 3 parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, style and ovary, these are the 3 parts of the pistil. So the male reproductive part of flower is stamen. Female reproductive part of flower is pistil. Pistil has got 3 parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stamen has got 2 parts, that is anther and filament. Okay, don't worry, we'll show you one figure. Okay, and you have to make the diagram of flower also, where you will get the clear cut idea about the different parts of flower. Okay, so okay dear cadets, just see, this is the cross section of flower, isn't it? Here what is there? Sepal is there, here petal is there, here anther is there, this is filament, and anther and filament together known as stamens. Similarly, this is stigma, this is style, this is ovary. Inside the ovary, what is there? These are the small structures which are known as ovule. If you see the cross section of ovary, then only you will get the ovule. And stigma, style, ovary including ovule. Actually ovules are found inside the ovary. Okay, so basically there are 3 parts of pistil: stigma, style and ovary. Ovule is already inside the ovary, so that is not, it is actually, it is the part, but it is the part of ovary. So there should not be written 4 parts of pistil. Basically there are 3 parts of pistil: stigma, style and ovary. Now for the better understanding, just see one animation.
Flowers are one of the most beautiful creations on Mother Earth. According to the biologists, morphologically, the flower is a compressed shoot and reproductive organ in angiosperms, the flowering plants. Although flowers have astonishingly varying sizes, shapes, odor and colors, they still possess the same basic structure. A typical flower has a pedicel, which is the stalk that holds the flower, and the thalamus, which is a large part of the stalk that bears all the parts of flower. On the basis of presence or absence of pedicel, flowers are classified into pedicellate and sessile respectively. Rose is a pedicellate flower, while bottle brush is a sessile flower. A typical flower has 4 whorls. Outer 2 whorls consist of accessory organs and inner 2 whorls consist of essential organs. The accessory organs consist of sepals, and petals, also known as calyx and corolla respectively. Calyx is usually green in color, and during the bud stage, it protects the inner organs of the young flower. Some flowers like Datura have fused or united sepals, while others like rose has free sepals. Corolla is generally large, elaborate, bright-colored and sweet-smelling, which helps in attracting insects, moths and honeybees during pollination. Like sepals, petals are also united as well as free. For example, blue bellflower has fused petals, while aster flower has free petals. In monocotyledon plants, the calyx and the corolla are undifferentiated and they are collectively called as perianth, while the individual members are known as tepals. The essential organs are stamens or microsporophylls, which form the androecium, that is, the male reproductive organ of the flower, and the carpels or megasporophylls, which form the gynoecium, that is, female reproductive organ of the flower. The stamen is a cylindrical, stalk-like structure which consists of proximal sterile part called the filament and a distal fertile part, an anther. The anther consists of 4 microsporangia, also known as pollen sacs. These pollen sacs are separated by a thin layer of tissue known as connective. Each pollen sac contains numerous pollen grains or microspores. When mature anther dehisces, pollen grains are released from it. The carpel is divided into a proximal ovule-bearing part known as the ovary, a distal pollen receptive part known as the stigma, and a median sterile part called the style. The style holds the stigma and carpel is also known as the pistil. The ovary has one or more chambers known as locules. The ovules are attached to the walls of the ovary with the help of a structure called the placenta. The pattern of ovule arrangement in the ovary is called placentation. Different flowers bloom at different times of the year. Some plants like Winsor rosea bloom throughout the year, while blooming in some parts like neem and mango occurs once in a year. Flowers are always the best way to express our feelings, no matter what the reason or occasion might be. They are the ultimate ornaments to enhance aesthetics of a place.
So dear cadets, you have seen the video related with the different parts of flower. So that much detail is not needed. Just you confine yourself in the different parts of flower, that is sepals, petals, stamen and pistil. That much sessile flower, pedicellate flower you will study in the higher class. But I hope that you have got the enough idea about the different parts of flower. Now types of flowers. There are two types of flower. One is the unisexual flower, another one is the bisexual flower. In unisexual flower, what is there? Either they will have male reproductive part or female reproductive part. Either, okay, means both will not be there. Either they will contain male reproductive part, that is stamen, or female reproductive part, that is pistil. Both will not be there. Are you getting my point or not? So such kind of flower which have got either male reproductive part or female reproductive part, they are known as unisexual flower. Now in our locality there are so many flowers which are unisexual. What are the examples? The flower of papaya, cucumber and corn. Just see, in our campus only so many corn flowers are there. They are unisexual flower. Cucumber also, now papaya also, their flowers are unisexual flower. Either they will have male or female reproductive part. Next one is the bisexual flower. Bisexual flowers are those flowers which have got both male and female reproductive parts. Means in such kind of flower will have both flowers, okay, male and female reproductive parts. Means they will have stamen as well as pistil. So the flowers which will have both male and female reproductive part, they are known as bisexual flower. What are the examples? Mustard, rose, petunia, such kind of flowers are known as bisexual flowers. In our school campus there are so many variety of plants, and some of them are unisexual, some of them are bisexual. If you would have been in the class, I could have shown you the different parts of flower like sepals, petals, stamens, pistil, and different parts of the pistil like stigma, style, ovary. But at home also you can see very easily, okay. Just collect different kinds of flower, just tear them apart and try to identify which part is the sepal, which part is the petals, which one is the stigma, which is the style, which one is the ovary. Now you can do this one because you have got the plenty of time. There is no need to see in the microscope. By collecting different kinds of flower, you will have the ideas of different parts of flower. So in this way we have got the idea of this one, types of flowers, okay. Now always remember cadets, just try to understand. Stamen. So stamen has got two parts. One is anther, other is the filament. In anther, what is there? Inside the anther, there are so many male gametes. Anther only produce the male gametes and they are known as pollen. So just try to understand, inside the anther, there will be so many pollen and they only will produce the male gamete. What is there? Male gamete. Similarly, inside the ovary, there are so many ovules, and they are the female gametes. Okay. So in the reproduction of flower, and stamen will produce the male gamete and pistil will produce the female gamete. And when male and female gametes fuse together, that process name is fertilization, and the structure which is formed after that, that is known as zygote. Okay. So you will study, don't worry, all those things I will show you. So dear cadets, in this way almost today's duration is finished. So how many portion I taught today? Actually I taught you the parts of flower, and now after teaching you parts of flower, I taught you types of flower. So our question belongs to these two category only. Name the male reproductive parts of flower, name the female reproductive parts of flower. Okay. Now just see, name the male reproductive parts of flower, just you write the stamen only, and then after writing the stamen you write their parts. Okay, what are the parts of stamen? Anther, lobe and filament. Similarly, name the female reproductive parts. So female reproductive part is pistil. Pistil has got 3 parts: stigma, style and ovary. That also you can show. Now the definition of this one, what do you mean by unisexual flower, what do you mean by bisexual flower, and give examples. So example also you can give. Moreover to this, one more question you can write: draw the cross section of flower. So please add this question also. Draw the cross section of flower means you should write the different parts of question number 5. Draw the diagram of cross section of flower. Okay, where all parts should be shown. Okay, so that diagram which you have seen in the extra marks, that diagram you have to make. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow I will teach you the process of fertilization means a process of pollination and fertilization in plants. Thank you.